Hello everyone, Bot Zero Point One here. Today we're going to be taking a look at trying to guess at what the upcoming Clashing Universes Ultimate Survival campaign is going to be. Now, during the recent developer roadmap thing that they did during the after party reveal, we learned that they're dropping this campaign alongside the 30,000 day campaign, and we're going to be getting two tag universe rep characters to go along with this universe survival saga campaign. They even said in the name that it is a Universe Survival Saga specific character. So, no hit and no Blue Kagen Goku from the UV6 tournament. So, with that, we're going to take a quick look at the Unirep team, and I'm going to give you what I think could be getting buffed with these characters. What kind of characters we're getting, what kind of Zenkais, what kind of Yigu hooks we may be getting. So, let's just jump into characters. I think the first one, for probably what we will get for the after party, it could be either or, really. I think we're getting a God Topo. Or what I want is a God Topo. It's gonna be sure what I want and what I think we could get. What I think would make a good, like, universe rep team. So first one being a Legend God Topo that will drop next week. Make him either a standalone God Topo or a transforming one from Topo into God Topo. I don't really care. We need a premium version of this guy. And I do think a transforming one would be cool because we don't have that transformation in the game at all. I'm sure they can come up with some crazy way to do it. I do think the next character getting is probably gonna be either yellow. We haven't gone to yellow in a long time. I feel like it could be yellow. I don't think it'd be blue. I could see yellow. I don't think it's gonna be green, and I don't think it's gonna be red. I'm gonna say either yellow or purple as the next character. Either way, a God Topo I could be good, and give him a 1% sparking dispo. This is the only sparking dispo in the game, and this guy is very old and doesn't really do anything. I mean, look at this. Reduce damage received by 30% from battle start for 20 counts cannot be canceled. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We need a new dispo in the game. And there's another reason why I want to do this, and we will get to that when we get to what I think the next character could be. So I think a new dispo in the game could be great. It'd help out Universe Prep a lot, and also just make him like, I don't know, make him like a super busted, just like Vanish character. Since he's like, because his whole thing is he has super speed, like the super light speed thing. Basically, make him to where he is constantly has ways to refill his Vanish gauge. It'd be annoying, I know, but I think that'd be funny. Let's make him a Vanish gauge budget and give him like, I don't know. I'm sure they can come up with something. Give him like the IT Goku thing that dropped during the Cell Saga last year in 2025, where he just constantly has ways to restore his Vanish gauge, and just make it do that. I think that'd be sick for like a 1% character. For Topo, they could do a couple of different lanes. I think they could make him either like a more defense type or a more offensive type. I think a more offensive type would be better. Or they could go. I don't know how they would do it. I do think that whatever it's going to be, whether it be a range or blast or a strike character, they need to have both characters, both this premium and next premium, be at least of equal footing to that in stat wise. So I think it can be properly ran together because what they like to do during these teams, these lanes, especially during these 2 month these month-long campaigns, what we'll gain for this one, is they'll drop one character and they'll be good and all, but it'll be strike based. And the next character they drop will be a hyper blast based character, and you can run them together and it'll work. It's just it's not going to be as efficient as running the full strike or blast team. But that's going to be a problem till the end of the time. Unfortunately, they're never going to stop doing that. But anyway, let's jump into what I think the next character will be. So I think this guy's going to be Topo and Dispel going to be uh, the 29th this next week, this coming week. And the next character I'm going to assume is going to be dropped on the 12th. Because that would be about a 2 week difference between the 29th, whenever we're getting our first Unirep character, and the second one, assuming it's going to be a 2 week difference, is going to be when the second Unirep character is going to be dropping. So, what I think that Unirep character could be? Jiren. We have gone a long time without my boy getting a premium character. He has, in fact, only one, and it's that LF Purple Jiren. Because let's just pull up the Jiren tag. Jiren. Look at this. This is all we got. An EX character. Oh, I didn't want to do that. And one, two, three summonable characters. These two are free to play, and this guy's the only LF. And these guys are all very old because it's 2023, 2022. I don't remember when these. I don't know when these guys dropped. I wasn't playing when these guys dropped, but I do know this guy was fifth anniversary part one because he dropped with Go Frieza. But yeah, but we are gonna be talking about this guy later because I think he would be interesting in this meta. But anyway, I think we're due for a new premium Jiren. Obviously, being a Jiren's number one fan, I'd want it to be an Ultra Jiren. Ultra Jiren is my most wanted character of all time in this game, but I'd be down for a Legendary too. I just want a new Jiren. Assuming it's not an Ultra Jiren, I think it will be a Legend Jiren. I don't know what color it'd be. I'm gonna say, assuming to make Topo yellow, let's say this guy will be. What would Unireps need? I don't know. They'll make him like blue or something. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. They'll come up with some color. But yeah, I assuming it is a Legend Jiren. I think what they could do is a couple things. The first one, and probably most obvious, being a tag Golden Frieza and Android 17 that fought Jiren at the end of the TOP. You know, they're kind of like, after Goku lost his Ultra Instinct to Jiren during the final fight. And so Frieza and 17 basically step in and basically, we gotta do this ourselves and beat Jiren. I think they could do that as like a 1% tag character. I think that'd be very sick. Assuming it is a legend character. If it's an ultra character, I think if they make Jiren it'll probably be full power Jiren if they're gonna do ultra. This is like the most easiest thing I feel like to animate for both the ultra intro, the Inca, and everything. It'll just be him transforming. It could also be either him transforming, or they could do a very cool one, which is be his when he after he gets his motivation back to continue fighting against 17 and Golden Frieza. Where Tobo basically does the I believe in you during the last episode of the TOP of Super, which is crazy to say. But yeah, I think would do for Jiren, Legend or Ultra, would do for Topo, Legend most likely. There's no way they're making an Ultra out of him. I'd be down for that, but no one else would be. People are saying that a Topo would make no money. I don't disagree, but but those same people will also say like they want like a Legend World Tournament Tien from the 22nd World Tournament from OGDB. That banner will actually make no money. Do you want to talk about a character that will actually make no money? It'll be that guy. But yeah, no, I think Legend Topo 1% Dispo, full power Jiren for an Ultra, or regular Legend Jiren that transforms to full power, whatever they want to do. A new Jiren. I think these three get like the big three Pride Troopers from the Universe 11 versus Universe 7 part of the TOP. Perfect. Then moving on to Zenkai's and Unique Equips. Unique Equips is much harder, I feel like, to guess than Zenkai's. Zenkai's is a, a bunch of characters they could do, but I chose four that they could potentially Zenkai. The first one being Blue Android 17. This guy is an insane support character. This guy got unique equipped during 2025, if I remember right, during the Cell Saga campaign that dropped IT Goku. When we were kind of waiting for Ultra Cell to drop, because it was like a 3 week period where we didn't get any new character for some reason. But that's a thing for another time. They Zenkai this guy. This guy will be an insane support character. You may be saying to yourself, yeah, but Zenkais haven't been that good recently. I say the past few have actually been quite good. Including Goku and Bardock, although they're probably the lowest on the list from like past anniversary Zenkais. That being said, though, the devs love Android 17. You want to talk about Gohan bias? The devs love Android 17. Let me pull up Android 17 real quick to show you what I'm talking about. This guy, pretty good 1%. This guy, do I even need to talk about Super 17? This guy, insane support. This guy, another good support. This guy, I wasn't playing, but the stories I hear of how these guys terrorized the fourth anniversary, yeah, I think it loves 17. So I think if they Zenkai Android 17, he'd be an amazing support character for the team because he provides rising rush damage, he can heal, all the stuff Uniquip does. I haven't looked at in a while, so I don't remember what it does. But I feel like this could be a great support character. Speaking of support characters, they could also Zenkai Casserole if they want to go all in on like the Pride Trooper theme. Uh, this guy is an interesting character. The next few characters we're going to be looking at draw drop during the 5th anniversary next to Go Frieza as 1% Sparkings. This guy has a very strange kit. He has like last man standing buffs. Oh no, I don't want to pull up this stupid AI thing. Go away. He also has a lock-in main ability for 5 counts, which is quite good. But I feel like if they give this guy like I don't know, sub count, more sub count manipulation, healing on like return to standby or entry or something like that, he could be a quite good. It makes some like extra damage to teammates for like a starter ability. He could be a quite good support character. Next Zenkai, Jiawei, another support character. This character is all about her vanishing and removing the enemy's vanish because her green card, well, yeah, reduces enemy vanish and also buffs allied damage and gets rid of their power for all their moves. But the most important thing this character does is heal, support, and remove vanishing gauge twice. This is very strong. And she also buffs up her own damage by vanishing. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Restores key, restores vanish once, and up to 20% the damage inflicted uncancelable 3 times. So she gets 60%, an extra 20% for 10 time accounts, and reduce odds costs, which is quite good. So I feel like they make this guy just another like her, this lady, sorry Yahweh, that's another like vanish merchant, and that would be a very annoying character to fight for Unimaps, and I'm down for that. Final character. Assuming they don't make either of the 2 premium characters that they're going to be releasing, a more defensive tank character, which is what I think Unireps needs and has needed for a long time. They Zenkai this guy, the yellow transforming Jiren, also from the 5th anniversary part 1. This guy is a yellow defense type, and they basically just give him a bunch of bulk and some modern stats, and I think he could be quite good. He also has a counter green card against strikes and all tap attacks against all melee actions for whenever he transforms into full power gen. So I think this could be quite a good character to Zenkai. Unique equips it is very hard to guess. I mean, let's just go by LF. I mean, the most obvious. I don't think they would do Kefla. They're definitely not doing you. Not doing you. Not doing you. You guys already have one. You already have one. You have one. You technically have one. You have one. I don't remember if this guy has one, but he's so old, I wouldn't want him to get it either way. If they're gonna do anything with this guy, I'd rather they just Zenkai him. I could see them Zenkaiing this guy during this celebration. It'd be kind of a weird pick, but assuming, and my hunch is, my theory, my crackpot, theory is that they're doing this campaign now to get these characters in to buff up Unireps, and then whenever Legends Fest come around, I'm going to get Part 3 Ultra MUI, which is why they're doing this now, and they'll just put these characters that are releasing now back in like the boost system as like B or A or S or whatever they need to be in to be effective again. And boom, you got a solid Unireps team. Maybe drop like another Zenkai or you could another Ultra MUI drops. Good to go. You got a good Unireps team. Which is why I kind of want Jiren to be, assuming they are dropping Jiren, I'm gonna assume they're gonna drop Jiren, which is why I want him to be Ultra. That we can run an Ultra MUI and an Ultra Jiren. Hopefully, that's my guesstimate. Who knows though? But for unique equips, I feel like there's only one real option, and it's got Goku and Hit. This guy, 2026 Legends Fest Part 2, next to Blue Gohan, not even close to being good enough to compete with that character. The only thing this character had going for it, I feel like, was the lock-in green card and blue card hit with the hit side of the character. Because basically what you want to do is you want to switch between and increase the damage inflicted, and then you want to build up the switch gauge. And then whenever you go into hit, to switch back into the hit side, you pop the green, which locks them in for like what 2 or 3 counts, if I remember right, and then it full straws the blue. And the blue card, whenever you have switch gauge available, it penetrates damage guard, if I remember right. Actually, I can just look right now. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. How do I switch to the hit? There we go. Yeah, damage guard penetration and so count +2, and reduce their health restoration, and nullify endurance and blue card damage. Yeah, so yeah, basically just do that, lock them in, killing the blue because his blue card actually hit like crazy. It did an insane amount of damage for what this character was doing. Because you'd be using this character, it's like, okay, they're doing like decent strike and blast damage, but then you go into the hit blue card and it, like one shots them. It is insane whenever this character dropped, but they were just not good enough to compete with Blue Gohan and the rest of the Legends Fest and meta. So I think if they unique equip this guy, that'd be a great pick. The only other option, I don't think you're gonna do Kefla. Definitely not doing blue UI. The only other option I could see is maybe this green UI that Zenkai during Legends Fest part, oh not Legends, 7th Anniversary Part 1. This guy was a solid Zenkai. He wasn't like, I don't feel like he was like insane or breaking the game though, as other UIs have with his Zenkai. Only problem is though is that this is a more of a range-based character, if I remember right. Yeah, actually, it's not that bad. He is technically classified as a range, right? Yeah, but it's actually not as big of a difference as I thought it was going to be. Wait, hold on, let's do it with the Zenkai. Okay, yeah, it's not as disproportionate as I thought. Because we transform him to sign. Okay, it's actually pretty even stats. For some reason, I thought this was a higher stat difference, like a 10,000 stat difference between these two. This is only 2,000. You can actually make this guy blast or strike, whatever you wanted. Probably better go blast with him though. But yeah, they could probably drop a unique for this guy. He could be pretty great. But if you do the launch shot in Zenkai, this red UI, I do not want to drop a unique equip for this guy. Because some tells me they'll also put Ultra UI Sign Goku with his plat equip in like the boost system for this PvP season, upcoming PvP season. So I do not want to run C triple UI teams with these three together, and with these two plus the Ultra UI sign. I don't want to see it. But yeah, I feel like this is what could be coming for the uh uh upcoming New York campaign. So to start overview, Legend Topo with a 1% dispo, a Ultra Old Legend Jiren with, if it is Legend, it will be probably, if I had to guess, maybe what I want to see is a Legend, not Legend, 1% Sparking Tag 17 and Golden Frieza. They could Zenkai Blue 17, or they could Zenkai any of these characters, Kiawe, Castle, or the Yellow Transforming Jiren. You can also drop a unique equip for God Goku and Hit, and a unique equip for UI Sign Goku, the green one. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of what this could be, of what you think characters could be dropping or getting buffs for this upcoming campaign. And I'll see you all for the next one. Bye bye.